Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Ravi Thapa Programming. So today onwards, I'm going to use the IDE. So the meaning of IDE is like the integrated development environment. So the benefit of using IDE is like you don't have to uh, use the uh, console environment to compile your project. You could simply run it through the IDE itself, and because you get a better visual environment for editing, and a lot of things like the formatting of your code is automatically done by the IDE itself. You could change the different skin also for the particular IDE. You could make it on a dark mode, or you could make it like the Windows environment. I mean, these are some of the benefits. And you could add different kinds of compiler. For example, I want to use the Java 6. I could, set it up. I could set the latest version, which is the Java 24, or the any version that I could switch between. Or the other benefits of using IDE is like because it is visually more looks better, your programs are better organized, and there are a lot of features. For example, if you want to create a Java class, it will give you, easy way to create it. There are a lot of menus, you could compile it. So all these benefits that we are going to get with the ID that I'm going to discuss in this session. So the first thing that the benefit of using IDE is like it will increase your productivity. Then now how it is going to increase your productivity is like if you have seen till now that I was using the text file and to write the program, and I was using the console to compile it. So and compile and to run it. So actually I was switching between two different apps, and it was taking some time. And if there is any error or something like that, that text simple notepad text editor is not going to suggest you. So that is something, it reduce your productivity. So the next thing is like the packaging is easy and organized because you can see everything into the IDE. So the naming the packaging, the other, for example, if there is other support files, it is very easy, and it looks better in IDE, and it's very easy to organize into the IDE. The third is like the editing, searching, building, testing is easy. Now, when I'm saying editing, because it is a IDE, it gives you better command over the writing the text. It will show you in different color. For example, if you want to see the class in the different color, interface in the different color, object in different color, that is possible in the IDE. And once your code will increase, let's say there is a 100 packages, and let's say each package has the 100 files. Then if you want to search a particular method, or you want to search particular class, or the interface, or the particular variable, or you want to you check whether particular method is is being used by some other class, that is quite easier in the IDE. And it makes you, much better to debug your code. So that is what the benefit of IDE. Third is the building. Obviously you will get by default building tools here, and even if you are going to use some other builder tool, you will get the plugin. So plugin are the software that you could install on a IDE. So this is one of the thing I will discuss probably later on, but for now, because we are just going to discuss the basic about the IDE, so I'm not going to uh, elaborate the plugins right now. Testing, obviously, it gives you to run and test your program easily. Fourth is the refactoring, code generation, auto suggestion, and auto completion and correction. So what happens is like, for example, if there is a particular method which has like the 100 lines of code, if you are going to refactor in text, all everything will be manual. But in this case, like by using the IDE, you could refactor by selecting certain lines of code, and you could create the method. The code generation, yep, you could create like setter method, getter method, or something which is very common like constructor, that you could, lot of IDs actually provide that functionality, that you could generate certain codes from the existing attributes. Auto suggestion, it will suggest if there is any error, any issue on your code. Auto completion, once it suggests, you could select that particular code if IDE is suggesting you. And correction, obviously, it will give you the error wherever there is a syntactical error. Fifth is importing of library. So you could import different jar files, war files or the EAR file in IDE. That is much easier in IDE rather than using the traditional way. And we could add multiple IDE definitely. Debugging of the program. So in whenever you are using the command prompt to compile and debug it, you cannot check each line until unless you will not do the system.out.println, or maybe if you are writing some better code, then maybe you are using some logging. But with IDE, you could debug your code line by line. You could see at what line number, what method, what variable has what value. So I will show you in a detail, but to for in right now you could for now your knowledge, you could say that yeah, debugging programming is here. So there are different kind of IDE available on the market. Some of the most populars are like the Eclipse. There was a paid version of Eclipse, like my Eclipse is open source. STS is from the Spring Tools, and that is similar to the Eclipse also, itself. And IntelliJ is which from last few years it is getting popularity quite right now. NetBeans is one of the IDE from the Sun microsystem. So these are the IDEs available on the market, but in most of the cases you are going to use all three, like Eclipse, STS, and the IntelliJ. In 90% of cases you are going to use these IDEs. So I will discuss all three IDE in this session. So the most common used IDE is the STS. So I'm going to download the STS. So from here you could download it. Let's see the latest version for the Windows, which is 4.19. So it is getting downloaded. It's a huge file, so it will take some time. So this is downloaded. Now I will copy this file into some other place, and I will say a new folder IDE. I'm putting it here. So either you could extract it through the WinRAR, or you could run the command as well. So command is like dir, file is there. Let's say java -xvf string, jar -xvf string. So it is extracting. See, that file is extracted, but I still haven't received the actual context. So this is compressed version. Now I need to extract it through WinRAR. So I'm doing extract here. See, now this file has all the Eclipse related files. Let me extract all of them. So now this file is not useful from now. So let me delete this. There's no reason to keep it, unnecessary to close this. This is also not useful. So not useful. Okay, so STS is extracted. I hope no other not running. So that means, so this is also not useful for now. So if you will go inside, so the thing is, like, I have a pretty good machine, you know, processor with the 8 cores and 16 GB RAM, but maybe you don't have that, that good machine. So you could actually configure your machine as per, sorry, you could configure your IDE as per your need. So let's say I have a less memory, then I could say, okay, use only 256 MB of RAM instead of, having the bigger memory space. So that way I could actually optimize my Eclipse or the STS for myself. So I'm just starting from here, and the workspace is a place where your program or your program is going to exist. So I'm going to set up workplace as this Java programming folder. So I just copied it. By default it will set its own, but you could change it from here. So I just change it and I'm saying launch. So it will launch the Eclipse STS. So now you could see that program is here. Now the first thing that you need to do is, yeah, like, you need to check what Java version you have. By default Eclipse also provide you the Java, but ideally you should configure whatever the JDK version you have in your machine. So let's say Java version. So I have 1.8. So because this machine, this STS is quite new, so there is possibility that it is using the latest version of the JDK. So on menu, Windows, Preferences, you could simply, you can give a side, could go to the Java here and compiler. Let's, yeah, see, the Java 17 is set up. So I will make it Java 8 for now, because right now I'm using Java 8, and I will say apply. Install GRE. See, this is the default one, so I will remove it. I will add my own JDK, which is there in my machine. So I will go C drive. I will go to the program files, Java, JDK. See, you need to add the JDK, not the GRE. Finish, apply. Now the execution environment, I will set it to the 1.8. It should ideally automatically show the JDK version that I have selected. Let me close it and let me come back again. Compiler is 1.8. Execution environment is set up 1.8. Now it is showing perfect match. Right. So now this particular STS Eclipse STS is set up for the Java 1.8. To create the basic core project for running the Java you need to run the Java project. Remember the Java project. There are some other also, but you need to run the Java project. Here you could say Java hyphen example execution environment, which I have already set up. I will say next. If you want to create your source files, you could create it. I don't need it right now, so I will simply create a project. Here I need to set up the packages. So the next topic that I'm going to discuss is the collection. So I will say java dot example dot collection. So this is, and I will say I will create one hello world program. You want to generate the public static void main method, then you could simply click on this checkbox. Then each time you will create, so this is the class name. You don't have to put the java.java file, it will automatically do it. See, hello world java is there and the code is there. You just need to system.out.println. See, it is suggesting. Also, there are the shortcuts syso control space for syso. Okay, yeah, it is printing. So I need to say hello Java. I'm saving it, and to run this program you just need to right click here and run it from Java application. Please check your installation. Okay, this package name is prohibited. I had to use something else. So let me change it. I will go to refactor. So I will say programming example. Let me save it example only. Okay, dot programming example continue. Now let me run it. Java application. See, the output is here in the console. Hello Java. So this way you could run your simple Java Hello World example in Eclipse STS. So another IDE that is very popular nowadays is the IntelliJ. So there are two versions of it. One is like the open source, which is you could use. Another is the uh, paid version. So this is the paid version, which is the idea ultimate. We are not going to use it. We are going to use the community edition. So I just clicked here, so it started downloading. So the IntelliJ is something you need to install it. It is not something you can extract. So I just clicked on that. As it is starting. Yeah, so it is started installation. So I'm going to use this. My priority is the Java for now. So with ultimate paid version, you get better support. You will get better suggestions. How to complete all these features are much better. But for learning purpose, the IntelliJ community version will fulfill your all kinds of need. And once you go to the particular organization, if that organization is pretty big, like CM level 5 level company, then you have to adopt as per their need, because they will customize your IDE, whether it is STS, IntelliJ, or any other IDE, as per their need. So you can't actually install many mm, the unapproved plugins or the software of that particular IDE. So you have to go with that. So in most cases, you will just get the basic version of IDE. So remember that thing, because in sim level 5 companies, their VPN system, which automatically connect when you log in into your machine, will not allow you to download or install any other software until unless you don't have the permission. In some extreme cases, you could take the permission and you could install, but that is something will not happen. I mean, on daily basis. That probably will have once in a while. So you have to remember it. So install. I need to click on this. IntelliJ is, I mean, much faster than the uh, Eclipse or the STS. Definitely, it is much better in terms of performance, but that means it is also consuming a lot of resources from your machine. So remember this thing. So project, I need to create a project. Let's say hello Java. The location I need to give it. I'm giving the name Java, Java examples. Java. I need to set up a JDK that I will take from the programs. Java JDK create. So it will create one Java project. It is created. It also created one default program, so probably I could run it as well. Okay, is asking permission. So if you could see, the program is printing hello world, and it is printing 1 to 5. So this is how you could set up your IntelliJ. So if you will go to the settings here you could actually configure your JDK like I did in STS. So the Java compiler that you could set up. The build tools if you want to configure anything. So other than that, also select it, settings, file properties you could use, project structure you could configure. So yeah, this is something you could check. And I don't like this black background, so I usually convert it into the Windows mode. So here, view tools window. This particular version has a lot of updates of appearance, so I could make it. Uh, so there is tools. Layouts. Mhm. Yeah, this is the memory setting that you could do. Use that. Yeah, custom VM options that you could configure. Change memory setting. You could give, for example, it is giving 2 GB of memory. Then, if you need more or less as per your need, you could actually configure and restart your application. And there is one more place from where you could actually change the look. You could invalidate your caches from here. Okay, the appearance, yeah, the appearance. So this is the dark mode. I need the light mode. So I will just select this. Yeah, I like this uh, light mode version instead of that dark mode. So as per your requirement, you could change it. There are a lot of options there also. Probably we will discuss some other day about details about the IDE. For your basic need, you could do it from here only. So if you want to create the package, you could simply create a package uh, from here. So you will say Java class, create Java class. From here you could create the package. Let's say com dot not com dot uh, programming example. So like this, you could create your own class. Say test example. This is the end of this topic. For more videos like this, please like, share, comment and subscribe my channel. I will see you in the next video with another interesting topic. Thank you for watching my videos.